Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver, and welcome back to another EP episode of World of Horror. I completely forgot skull emoji, and of course I forgot to turn that stupid app off, so we're getting a stupid invisible thing in the bottom corner. We'll do Timeline A. We're still, like, hunting for some random-ass, some goddamn random-ass ending mystery that you can only get in Timeline A, or is more beneficial, or, like, easier to get in Timeline A, question mark? Well, we'll see. I don't know, chat, I don't know. Who are we gonna play? I don't know. I'm looking for a nice little relaxing jaunt through Shiokawa right now, so sorry if we, like, replay the same character that we already played. Also, I broke my Lolbul streak. I'm so sad. I just, like, you know, sometimes you have a day, and then sometimes you have 2 days in a row. And I'm gonna be having 3 days in a row, but you know what? It is what it is. You know, you can't let having a day prevent you from doing the funny moments. You know, you can't let that happen. Or maybe you can, and it's, like, totally okay because you need to, like, take some time to relax, but why would I want to relax? Anyways, we played Aiko last, so I think I can do an Ayaka, right? Last Ayaka was 2 weeks ago? Absolutely, I can do an Ayaka run. I can just go absolutely freaking crazy, bro. I can absolutely do that. What old god do I feel like? You know what? Give me the life coach. Take all agency away from me. Guide me to the end game. I don't want to think. I don't want to think, no sir. I am turning my brain off, and I'm just letting it do all the calculations that it needs to do in the background on, like, sleep mode. You know what I mean? Like, when your device goes idle, you're not using it, but it's still using its processing power. That's what I need to do with my brain right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll just do History Club. I was gonna be like, well, you know, we should do something where we can get, like, a weapon, but we can't get a weapon, and I'll keep the hospital too. I mean, just give me the hardware store, man. Just give me the hardware store. Damn, this color palette's kind of aura. Like, I really like how it looks like the light's, like, shining through the room, and then, like, through the doorway, it's, like, shining onto Ayaka's face. I think that goes kind of hard. For those of you, because it's a question that I get asked a few times, which is, you know, why does my game look like that? And my answer to that question, whenever it's asked, is, boom, it's color matrix and vibrance reshade. It's true. It's, look who it is. You can mess around with reshade a lot on World of Horror, and it's pretty cool. You can get some really cool results, and you can get a lot of pretty color palettes. You can also get a lot of abysmal dog shit, though, so don't worry too much about it. Listen, if I go on the Lulbul tonight and I see, like, yesterday's champion Briar, you already know. You already know I'm crying myself to sleep, bestie. You already know, bestie. You already know, sister. NB, you already know I'm crying myself to sleep. And brother, listen, it's okay to cry. I know you might not think so, but it's alright to cry, brother. It's true. Sometimes you gotta cry, man. It's an emotional release. You shouldn't deny your body an emotional release that's like a normal biological function for your brain and for your emotions and for your everything, man. It's important. That shit's important, man. Well, this is, quite immaculate right here. Listen, it's all a part of the life coach's grand design. Don't even worry about it. And I'm, like, yawning every other gosh darn sentence. I'm on a new schedule, chat. I'm new schedule posting, and admittedly, I kind of want to take a nap. But you know what? No. The World of Horror episode goes out because we're all about consistency, brother. Now, sister, you know that's not entirely true. We used to be about consistency back in the good old days. Back when old web was better. But, you know, it is what it is. I don't have anything to sell, so we're just gonna... Let's go pick up a free little curse here. I always think this is an injury, because, like, you know, you can get, like, a fungal infection in real life, and it's like, oh, yeah, it sucks. But in this game, it's like a fungal infection is a curse, because we all know that the fungus demons are among us. Now, another thing that I think about with this channel that I think is really funny is that it's Halloween! It's spooky season! It's scary season! The ghouls, the goblins, and the ghosts, they're alive! The veil is thin! They're creeping around. You know, where's Sir Arthur when you need him, right? Like, I'm thinking, like, what the heck are we gonna do for the channel for Halloween? And then I remember. I look at the game that's on my screen right now. I look at the game that is predominantly played by the channel. And I look at it and I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a horror game. It's scary. And it's like, I don't even see that shit anymore, man. I don't even register that shit anymore, man. It doesn't even fucking hit me anymore. You wanna know why? Because I've played this shit so much, it's like... It was, what's that movie? Shaun of the Dead, right? Where, like, it just kind of, like, opens with this guy walking through the zombie apocalypse, and, like, a zombie walks next to him, he just politely shoves it out of the way. He's walking into the convenience store, grabbing his favorite food, grabbing his favorite drinks, walking home. Like, he's got that shit on lock, and you know what? I do, too. This is just another fucking Tuesday for me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. It's true. And real, perhaps? But that part, you know, you're deciding that part if it's true and real. I don't really decide if it's true and real, you know, I'm just kind of big chillin'. I'm just kind of like big chillin', man. And you know what? I'm just gonna kind of big chill. I go on vacation. You know what I do at the hotel room? I lie around and do goddamn nothing. When I go on a vacation, listen, maybe this is a little Ewa, my boy. I'm so sorry, my boy. I can't buy you your Rubik's Cube, and I can't help you solve it. I'm so sorry, man. I'm gonna cry. But, you know, listen, this is like... I've been walking through these goddamn woods since before some of you were born. That statement will be true in, like, probably, like, 5 years. I don't think, like, there's anybody that young watching these videos. That would be crazy. I mean, that would be, like, parental neglect at that point, right? If you're, like, that young... Like, your parents should not be letting you have unrestricted access to YouTube. Like, that's crazy. Like, these videos are marked as not for kids because this is a freaking scary game, and I swear. But anyways, what the hell are we talking about? I don't know. I'm cooked. But you know who else is cooked? These freaking demonic entities from heck, bro. They're about to find out. They're about to find out. You know, they've been effing around. They're about to FO. As the Secretary of War would say. I don't wanna think about that. Why am I thinking about that? I don't know. We don't need to think about the Secretary of War, right? It's kind of crazy though how, like, it really is just kind of like all like going in that direction, and it's not gonna get better anytime soon, which is a little bit terrifying. But the one thing is, I think I've talked about this before, and sorry to get depressing all of a sudden, but it's been, you know, it's been one of those days. But, like, reading the headlines is like, oh, it's over. But, like, watching the interviews, watching the videos is like, oh, wait, there's actually hopium because these people are miserable and incompetent. You know what I mean? It's like, they're not having a good time. They've won. They've gotten everything that they could ever want. But they're still unhappy, and they're still miserable. Because in order for their ideology to work, they have to be the victim forever. You know, they gotta be the forever victim. They gotta be, like, perpetually on the downslide. You know what I'm saying? And so the fact that they're winning and getting everything that they want, they're just being like, told by the legal system that you can't break the law, and then they break the law anyways, and there's like no consequence to it. That's like the most mild pushback possible. I watched an interview with our boy, the VP, and it's like he can't like answer questions in any like charismatic way, like he just can't. Like he doesn't have that dog in him. He doesn't have that sauce. And so it's one of those things where it's like it does feel like it will be okay in the end, because that is a very, very unfortunate. We're not gonna talk about what that color palette just made that guy look like. I made my homie faceless horror Rutsu. Did him dirty like that. God damn. Doom Effigy? No, I don't really want Doom Effigy. You know what? I'm in. You've sold me. I'm in, mother. I'm fucking in. You got it. I'm in. You've successfully sold me on Doom Effigy, me re-rolling the perks and getting the exact same things, just slightly shuffled around. Like, I get it. I understand. I understand. We have cut arm sinew. Why the fuck did I do this? It's impossible to see in the laundry list of bad things that are going on for Ayaka right now. She's got a lot of shit going on in her life, and unfortunately, cut arm sinew is one of those things. So, unfortunately, I would really have liked a sewing kit, from the seamstress demon. That would be very nice. But yeah, no, it's it feels bad reading the headlines, because it's like, okay, here's the thing. It is scary. It is terrifying. It's crazy. But at the same time, it's like you actually watch the videos, and it's like, they're not happy. They're not having a good time. They had a little bit of cockiness. They had a little bit of, like, smug aura for a little bit, but it dropped, like, almost immediately. Except for the stupid AI generating shit. Literally, what they've been doing. Like, it's all dumb. And sometimes it's look who it is. And sometimes it's not look who it is. And in this case, it is very much it's not look who it is. But yeah, no, I think, it's kind of a depressing thing to think about. And it does kind of like, to quote, Harlow from Borderlands 4, don't say that, I'll spiral. I think it'll be alright. I think it'll be okay. It's not gonna be okay anytime soon, but that's what just, like, staying alive is for, you know what I mean? Like, you just, like, that's it. Like, that's what the whole staying alive shtick is for. You gotta do that. And then, it'll be alright in the end. You ever think about that? I think about that sometimes. I think that's alright. I think it's pretty cool that it'll be alright in the end. It's a 67% chance. A 72% chance is actually not that fucking bad. It's actually not that fucking bad. Now, of course, we're fighting a vampire here, and this is getting really annoying because we actually can't kill him this turn. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna take 1 sanity damage because he doesn't have a power attack, thank God. Oh, look, you healed? Well, guess what? You were at 5 HP, brother. After my attack, after your attack, you were at 6 HP. Well. Now, we've got a full build, but a full build on Ayaka is always like a grain of salt, maybe a pinch of pepper, because, we get our C-slot item from the very beginning of the run, but our C-slot item has the exact same functionality as if we were wearing it, and as if we were not wearing it. It's not like Ayaka gets to, like, not be cursed and have, like, one of the worst lives in Shiokawa just by not equipping the amulet, you know what I mean? Sorry, it's a medallion. It's a medallion, chat. How could I be so foolish? Fake fan. It's true, fake fan. 9-5. Bruh. You mind giving me a little sanity? No! I cannot take a bath. in my own goddamn house, then what the hell am I paying rent for? What the hell is Ayaka paying rent for if she can't take a bath in her own goddamn house? What do you mean the world is ending? Noisy Nails is a fucker, but, like... Okay, listen, we are gonna, like, actually, like, unironically fucking die, dude. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but we are actually just going to fucking die. Because, like, what the hell do I... We were doing all that shit with cut arm sinew? God damn. Listen, I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I don't know what to tell you at all, but, without Eldritch Possession, we are, like, literally one mouse click away from constant death. Infinite death. Alright, you're a son of a bitch. You know that? You're a son of a bitch. You're a son of a bitch. I'm running. We're at Mystery 4, 48% doom. We're not even halfway there yet. Now, of course, you're gonna Vital Clue me. You're gonna Branded Like Cattle me. Alright? You're gonna give me the worst fucking treatment known to mankind. But you know what? I'm getting the injury. It's a cut artery. I'm gonna be honest with you. I deadass thought that was always going to be the, I deadass thought that was always, and I'm not joking, supposed to be the, -2 dexterity coughing blood. I feel so silly. Just a little bit of a Billy, perhaps. Maybe a little bit of a silly Billy. Not the whole thing, you know? Like, I would say about, like, 75% silly, 25% Billy. Perhaps. Maybe a little less on the Billy scale, more on the silly scale. I'm not entirely sure how you quantify it. Can anybody be a Billy? Or do you have to, like, fall into some specific category, you know? Like Billy from Billy and Mandy, you gotta be, like, a Billy? Or do you gotta be, like, a hillbilly? Or you gotta be, like... What classifies you as a Billy? What... Are you, like... you know, race and gender locked for being Billy? Are you, like, region locked for being Billy? These are very important questions that definitely need to be answered. And you know what? I think the life coach is getting furious. If you're not making your coach furious every once in a while, are you really living? Are you really learning? Like, I'm just gonna be real with you, chat. Like, if somebody is, like, teaching you, if they're guiding you, if you're not making them a little bit mad every once in a while, that Confront the Stranger being, Charisma being our second highest fucking stat is, like, absolutely unreal. Can we get Eldritch Possession, like, five investigations ago? 20 minutes ago? God damn. This is, no, not really. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel a little bad about it, but we're gonna do Effigy after this, so I'm gonna feel a little bit less bad about this. Like, check this shit out, dude. Look at that. That actually goes kind of hard now that I think about it. Blood Mania is not what I fucking wanted, game. It's what I'll take, but it's not what I fucking wanted. Blood Mania is very good for our combat, and we are fighting a boss, so don't get me wrong. But it's like we got the Monkey Wrench, man. We got the Monkey Wrench. And with Eldritch Possession, we would get to, like, 20 strength, man. We would never have to worry about combat again, but, you know, sister, sometimes maybe you have to worry about combat, NB. Like, I'm sorry, I think that, you know what's a little bit more worrying, though, unfortunately? I actually deadass think that it's the events. Because this might seem a little bit crazy, but we don't have any fucking stats. We're actually, like, we've got fucking nothing. Listen, actually, I shouldn't say that. We got 2 things, alright? Ayaka's got 2 things. A Super Mario Maker 2 things, okay? Shoutouts to Simple Flips. Ayaka has jack and shit when it comes to her, like, stats. I literally, like, listen, I'm doing this as, like, a joke. I literally can't see the sanity anymore. Like, it's not happening. Like, I literally cannot see the sanity anymore. You know what? I'm gonna fucking rest. We're going up to 86. Oh, no, we're going up to 88. That's actually kind of a bad thing. You motherfucker. Whoa, Kazumi Gaming? Holy shit, she's here. What do you have to say, Kazumi? To the fans? For the fans? Did you hear the... Never mind. Do you know what Kazumi heard? It's very simple. She heard your keys clacking to post a comment down below. What that comment is, I don't know, you have free will. You could talk about maybe one of the other things that Kazumi heard, or maybe you could talk about what Kana was doing this episode, because Kana was just in the background, kind of vibing, kind of bing chillin'. But you know what's most important? Is you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, if you ring that notification bell if you haven't already, if you like the video and comment down below, chat. It's true. That's the most important thing. And listen, Kazumi should hear your mouse clicks. She should hear your keyboard clicks. I don't care if you've got a membrane keyboard. You should be mashing that shit for the perspective of oh my fucking god. Well, you know, it's just a casual I don't know, like fucking 66 damage per turn. It's tiny. It's not a big deal. Now, we might actually lose, depending on the lighthouse. Let's check it out. So we're good. -3, or -0, -3, -3, -3. I don't really think it matters. -6, -3, -6, -5. We do that directional call-out. We do stamina first. We go left to right. Maybe I should go right to left, because that's probably more thematically appropriate. But we're taking 6, 5, so technically speaking, we're actually bing chillin'. But what you may or may not realize, chat, which is very important, which is that we have 20 million curses. And those curses could literally do anything, so I'm just gonna do, like, 44 damage. It's actually more than that, because we used a strong attack for fun, and he's taking bonus, because he's a dumbass. We have a flashlight, absolute cinema. I can't believe I was so stupid. I can't believe I was so foolish. Eldritch Possession, baby. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. We're failing events? Okay, what was our second mystery? It was like Fear Festival or something, right? Alright, we're good. I mean, we were fine either way, I think. Doom Effigy early is always super risky, because it's like, god damn, we had so many, we had 1 brain damage, we had 2 of them, so we had -4 knowledge, so that is incredible how strong Eldritch Parasite is. God damn. Alright, we're building the streak back up. Are we? No, I don't think... Listen, we're gonna do it because I think it's fun, but I'm also, like, kind of worried about, like, the consistency of the upload schedule, because life finds a way to prevent me from uploading. And by that, I mean make me God's eepiest soldier.
Well, we're terribly sorry. We've lost Emmerdale.
You already know it, chat. What was an instant for you was a moment for me. Alright, okay, sure. Let's not get too crazy here. Let's think of something a little bit more modern, but not, like, super modern. Let's do a Kled. Okay, we learned a lot. We learned exceptionally well, because that 2016 onwards is huge. That basically cleaves, like, most of the melee men from the game. So it's like, modern melee man, who the fuck are you? And the answer to that is, probably we'll see him when we see him. But, like, what if it's fucking Pike? I know it's been Pike recently, so it's probably not gonna be Pike again. God, even more recent than Pike? Is it Cassante? Is it Cassante? Cassante is top. How could I be so foolish? So between 2018 and 2022, that's still valuable information. That's still valuable information. It could be Kane. I actually don't know when Kane came out, but Kane could be like 2019. Kane is... We tried Jungle on Briar. Okay. 2017 for Kane, alright? 2017 for Kane. Echo was like 10 years ago, man. Echo is definitely not in the running. I'm like 90% sure. Melee Man from like 2019, 2020, 2021? Like, you don't exist. Like, who the fuck are you? Who do you think you are? That you would step up like that? Like, I'm actually kind of goddamn confused, because there really isn't that many people who could be... We already know it's not jungle, but actually, hold on. We haven't tried mid or bot. It has to be mid, right? Like, who's a fucking melee mid? Who is a melee mid man? Because we know it's not top, we know it's not support. Melee mid male. It's gotta be Silas. We haven't tried Demacia yet. Silas is 2019. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. My bad. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god. We will show them all wicked and divine that we are strong together? What the fuck? You're a human. You're a human. Whomst are you? Melee Man? From 2019? There were multiple melee men from 2019? Is that possible? Is that a real thing? And you're like a human, question mark? Whomst? We are meant to hate each other, but we will show them all, wicked and divine, that we are together strong? Are you okay, brother? ADC? Oh my god, I don't know why I was looking at Melee. I'm cooked, by the way. I'm completely cooked. It's Aphelios. Why did I think it was Melee? Like, I was like, why the heck did I think it was Melee? We tried Briar immediately. It was like, the moment I saw ranged, I'm like, oh yeah, it's gonna be Aphelios. The Justice Takes Wing? What is that, like Galio or Kale? It's probably Galio, right? Okay. How about Kale? That's Kasa. There we go. Okay. Justice Takes Wing. Justice Takes Wing. How about Quinn? She's got a wing. There we go. Bird up. Why the heck did I think it was Melee? Listen, I'm cooked. This is Nico, I think. That's like a, that is definitely like a root. I've never played Zyra, so I don't know why I'm guessing Zyra. I have seen this. I have seen this ability. I don't know what ability it is, but I've definitely seen it. I don't think it's like Yin Trap, you know what I mean? If somebody's stepping down, they're falling into a snare. Could it be Nidalee? No. Somebody's stepping onto a snare. Somebody's stepping onto a trap. I don't think it's cupcakes. I don't think... It's definitely not Teemo shrooms. I can tell you that much. It could also be like a movement speed stim. Like it could be a Neela movement speed stim. This could be blue. I'm thinking green looking at this, like grayscale. But you know, it could be. Could be like a movement speed buff from like Karma. Could be something like that. Definitely not gonna be Hecarim. I can guarantee you that. Maybe this is Misfortune's step? Wither? Oh my god. Okay, that's... Wither! I knew I saw that somewhere. I was getting, like, green vibes from it. That is W. I played Gnosis before. Wither! You are a lab coat, so I'm thinking Singed, Victor, I'm thinking... Alright, Mundo? Dr. Mundo? Lab coat axe crazy? Absolutely. I play Mundo a lot. He's very fun. Okay, listen. Listen, chat. I know Abyssal Deep Nautilus. Abyssal fucking Nautilus any day of the goddamn week. Don't even fucking test me. Oh, okay, goddamn. Alright, I was like so fucking confused until I saw the melee attack. I was so fucking confused until I saw the swipe. I have never fucking... This is what he looks like, alright. This is the taunt, by the way. But I saw the... dumbass 2011 model swinging around clunkily, and I'm like, that's Nocturne, bro. There's only one guy who fits that description. But you know what description that I fit? Pajamas, nightcap, under the blanket, because that's what I'm gonna go do. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye.